Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you, like always, for your great support. I really appreciate it, the views, the comments, whatever. And we're going to kind of roll on. I've leaned away from Led Zeppelin songs quite a bit because they tend to get blocked. They're so watched, I guess, or copyrighted. But this is kind of a fan-made video, with some lyrics and stuff, so I'm hoping it gets through. I certainly know this song. I'm not sure I know the lyrics super well. I feel like I know Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, 4 and Houses of the Holy quite well, but those later albums I never really knew that well. But I would call this one of this and maybe Achilles' Last Stand as maybe two of the best songs after Houses of the Holy and those later albums. Anyway, we're going to get into it. This is Kashmir by, of course, Led Zeppelin, the Hammer of the Gods. Hope you enjoy. Wait a minute. Okay, what does this mean? To sit with elders of the gentle race this world has seldom seen. I wonder if that's a nod towards the peacemakers of the world, the gentle race that the world has seldom seen. I too would like to share a fire and share some tea with that gentle race, those peace leaders, if that's what this is about. Sorry to stop again already. All will be revealed. Is this about Judgment Day in the Christian tradition? Melting? Quite a change up there. is a weird little part of the song. To change speed, slow it down like that, and it's kind of like just a slow down bridge there. I feel like a lot of bands throw in their guitar solo with a point like that. But I mean, this is a longer song, so they can do that. But it's kind of interesting, but eerie. And back.
The sun burns the ground, and my eyes fill with sand as I scan this wasted life.
That's cool. Nice. They got an orchestra backing them on this song.
Trace, like thoughts inside a dream. He's the path that led me to that place, yellow desert screen. My Shangri-La beneath the summer moon, I will return again. And the dust that floats high in June when I'm moving through Kashmir.
So is this about the Kashmir region, and where is that, Afghanistan? Because there's a lot of talk about the ground being brown and the sand in my eyes and the sand in the air in June. So that makes sense with the arid region. But I'm still not sure I get the bigger picture. Whoa, that's a cool lyric. I thought those were violins before. Could that just be keyboards? Could that be John Paul Jones on the keys? Maybe? You could do almost any sound with keyboards, even in the 70s. I'm not sure. Oh, cool. I'm glad they put up that picture there. Kind of get the feeling that a live version of the song could go on quite a while. They kind of fade it out for the album cut. Hey, it's weird. I don't picture Jimmy Page smoking cigarettes. I mean, Robert Plant's smoking there too in that picture. Ah, geez, can you imagine having the voice of Robert Plant and still being willing to smoke cigarettes? And I'm not quite sure the age of these pictures, but this is basically I think the Surgeon General came out in, was it 73, and said smoking was bad for your health. I guess it was never proclaimed officially that smoking is bad for your voice, but it's got to be right. Anyway, besides besides that, yeah, I like that song. I was a lot more. What surprised me about how I felt about that song was that I was a lot more compelled by the lyrics than the music itself. The music is, the song is fairly long, and it sort of chugs along, and it has that same, um, beat and cadence to it the whole time, or not the whole time, but a lot of the time. And to me, when I listen to this song, it almost feels like the music is just sort of a backdrop to the lyrics, which were either really deep or really attempting to be deep. I'm not totally sure. But I like the reference to the gentle race near the beginning of the song. And it kind of makes me think of how I view the world as like, um, a big reason why the world is maybe not working the way we want it to is because the less outspoken people, the more gentle people, are often the more wise people and peaceful people. And so it would be nice if we would slow down and take a chance to really listen to people who had thoughts on making the world a better place. It's pretty hard to even watch like mainstream media now, and regardless of which parts of the political spectrum you're on, almost always the interviewer is interrupting the person speaking. They invite them on, and the interviewer ends up talking more than the person they're interviewing. That seems to be commonplace. I don't understand that at all. Anyway, that's what the beginning of this song at least meant for me was, how maybe we could be respecting those people a little bit more. And I'm not sure if this song is about the lead up or lead into the Afghanistan break from Russia and the U.S. funding of Osama bin Laden and basically the U.S. Taliban resistance towards Russia in the late 70s, early 80s. I don't know if it's a reference to that. Knowing Led Zeppelin, it probably is more historical than even that. I mean, older is what I mean by that. but I'm not totally sure. I'll have to think about it some. I would say this is not one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs. I call it a good song. I'm happy to listen to it. Um, it's very classic, of course, and almost everybody knows it. This is the kind of song. It reminds me a little bit of like Pink Floyd songs and stuff. A lot of times are like this is a kind of song that gets you thinking. It doesn't really make you like at least me make me feel like super energized. It's more of a thoughtful thinking. This is like what I light some incense to and sit on my living room floor with my friends and contemplate and discuss with. Or maybe you drive through the desert with this going on loop. Um, and maybe that's the intention of it. So for me, it depends on, of course, what you're doing and what you need at that point in your life. But to me, musically, this is a mid-range Zeppelin song. Still better than almost anybody else's music. I'd call this a 6 or a 7. Lyrically, I'd call it a 7 to a 9. I can't commit because I don't I'm just not smart enough to understand it all. And I don't think anybody else fully is either. Now, of course, you could read what the band would say and everything about it, but and I think some of the broad, simple points of the song are pretty clear. But I don't pretend to know all of the all the song's meanings. Okay, well. Ooh, I see now that there was an ad in 5 seconds. Ooh, just missed that. I hate that when that happens, right? All right, well, thank you for watching, everybody. Thanks for sharing music with me. Make suggestions if you want. I'm going to start trying to learn how to do a little bit more editing with some of these videos. My son is going to have to teach me, so it might take a while, but I'm going to start trying to do that. Bump up my game a little bit. Peace. Thanks for watching, everybody.